Hello gang, Merlin Don on the mic, bustercall-tcg.com. Today we will talk about the regional events that happened in the past few days, so this weekend. We will go to the bustercall-tcg.com if you ask where can I find all these reports or the latest reports, right? So you can find the link in the description below along with links to guides for other tools that we have here in the page. Go ahead and test them all, like the simulator, the tournament tracker, deck builder, card database, board state. My collection is a new tool, so you can set up your collection, the cards that you have, that you already have, or the cards that you wish to buy, and wherever you are, you will have your collection, your digital collection with you. Or you can train yourself with a mulligan trainer. You can check the current ban list or the current block rotation rules. Prepare yourself for the pre-releases with the pack simulator. Use the dice roll. But now what we want to see is the tournament reports. So here you can find always the latest tournament reports. We have here everything that is official, right? So so far in the OP16 we have 16 big events that happened, and with these big events I also include the Chinoise Cup event, because of course it's always like 64 people, and for me that is a big event. So we can check some deck lists, we can check how the leaders are doing in this meta and talk about a little bit. So in this weekend we had the Samsung Regionals in Mexico City with 986 players, and we did have the regionals in Peoria with 1,024 people. We had the Miyagi Season 1 regionals, so it's like also a big tournament with 470 people. We had a treasure cup in the Peoria on Saturday with 256 people, and of course all the Chinoise cups. But let's go and see first, like the leader meta, what happens. So here you can see the leaders that make it to the top cuts. So as you can see here, we have Nami and Enel with 18.1%. So it's like almost 20% of the whole pie belongs to Nami and Enel players. And yes, this is OP16. We are not still in OP15, right? So as you can see, still the two dominant decks are Nami and Enel by far. So the next runner-up is Marshall DT, the new OP16 leader, with 14.3%. And then follows Rosinante, and so this is the purple-yellow Rosinante, right? And then comes Monkey D. Luffy. So Rosinante has 13.2% and Monkey D. Luffy 12.1%. As you can see, the rest of the leaders that have made it to the top cuts, so the percentages of them are pretty low. So they are the underdogs, right? But there were some people who did make it in the top cut using these decks, so these leaders. But here, as we can see in the statistics, the most successful leaders, so the top 5 leaders, are Nami, Enel, Tits, Rosie, and green-blue Luffy, or Goofy, or whatever you want. So let's go ahead, and first we will see some deck lists from the regionals. And we will travel to Mexico now, virtually of course, and see what happened there. And as you can see, 25% of the pie belongs to Nami. 25% from the top cut. And here we have the top 32, right? So we have the top 32 players here, including the deck lists, of course. So if you are in this page, you will and you go ahead and check the tournaments. For example, here I want to check the Nami's deck list, right? So I can check the Nami's deck list directly here, or I can also go ahead and open it in the deck builder. And once I have it here, I can save it, right, to my account, and then I can go and play in the simulator using the exact same list. Or we can also like make some changes if we want to, right? So this is up to us. But let's go back and check. So here we can see a Nami in the first place. The second place was an NL player, and the third place was also an NL player. And then we have Hervoye. Hervoye is the GOAT. The GOAT. I don't know what he did in Mexico, but he just went there and he was like fourth in the whole tournament. Cheers to the GOAT, Hervoye. But yeah, as you can see here, we have like let's see the top 8, for example. So the top 8, we have 3 Namis, 3 blue-green Luffys, and 2 NLs. That's it. No Rosinantes, no Titsis, nothing. So in the top 8, you have only Nami, NL, Luffy, right? So let's continue here with the top cut leaders. So the first one is Nami with 25. The second one is Monkey D. Luffy, the green-blue Luffy with 22%, and then is Stitch with 16%. But no one of these Stitches made it up to the top 8. So we will continue here, but let's see, because before we continue, let's go to the Nami decklist. So this is the Nami decklist here that Santiago Gutierrez used. As we can see here, Mr. 3 Galtino, it's like must card to freeze the enemies. Namis and Robins are a no-brainer. He still uses the 10 cost Tits, although there's some contradiction here. There are many people who say that this card is now useless, but this guy took 3 of the big guys, the Whitebeards, and he won the whole tournament with almost 1,000 people, right? 2 of these Ras Luffys, Borsalinos, of course, no-brainer, and the Thriller Bark package as well. Then we can see in the second place, Matias Xavier Castro Huawil. I hope that I pronounce your name correctly. And this is like a basic analyst without any surprises here. We play once this law can be extremely good in some matchups and burn some cards from the opponent's hand, especially now that Nami is missing, right? And as we can see, we see the dog back, so the doggy comes back here, and three copies of Gamma Knife here as well. Third place is an NL, but I will not open his deck list because it's still an NL, and then we will go to the Hervoye list of the green-blue Luffy. Here we can see, for example, 3 Electrical Luna, twice the recent events, so he has some sauce here, right? One time the event that you can rest characters or don't, so there is some story behind this deck. And 10 of the prisoners, right? So these are like the special options of this deck. Let's find the first Rosinante. The first Rosinante has the 9th place, and this is his deck list here. And we can see in his deck list what's really important here. He plays 3 of the blocker law that burns cards, and he has also this. He plays twice this slow beam. This is extremely good against Tits, for example, and other decks, and the Gam Lightning, of course, twice, because the combination with Sakazuki, exactly like Sakazuki and Mamaraga, is crazy. And here we find at the 12th place our first GOAT Tits, the Omartut Ankh Cruz Alarcon. Okay, so the first Tits here has some sauce. he has some sauce, yeah, because he plays 2 of the Jesus Burgesses, but not the black one, but the yellow one. So he also plays the black Burgess. So the black colored Burgess, he plays him like 3 times and 2 times the yellow one. So he's a Burgess fan, and he plays only once Viper and 3 times the Wolf. Wolf and Viper, these 2 are really good countermeasures to decks like Blue-Green Luffy or even Rosinante. Then he plays 3 Boas and 4 of its Tits. So it's like not the deck list that you will see so often. And he plays only 2 copies of My Era Begins, but that makes also sense because he plays 3 Burgesses instead of 4. What I miss in this deck list is search, because he has states to search, that's great, but if he doesn't find the states, he doesn't have many choices to search. But this guy made it up to the 12th position, a big applause to him, and this is his deck list. Okay, so let's find another leader, 15th place. We are still at top 16. So we are still getting crazy cards as prizes. We have a Luzi with this deck list, so nothing out of the ordinary here. That's a really classical Luzi deck list, so nothing to comment here. And as we move on here, we also see 2 Sangs players. For you guys, the Sangs Coppers, there are 2 guys in Mexico who made it to the top 32 with Sang. So let's go and check their deck list. And their deck list has 2 of the search events. That's crazy. They do play also the PRP2 Lucky Rooks, and of course the new GOAT, the Ben Beckman, that came now out in the OP17, who can cheat out your Sangs. And what kind of Sangs do we play here? The 10 cost Sangs who destroys an enemy, the 10 cost Sangs with Rush who gives -1, the 9 cost Sangs who can also be played for 6, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly. 4 Beckmans, which is also really important because he doesn't KOs cards, he trusses them. And 2 of the Zoros, which is also a really funny, let's say, no, not funny, but let me go to the deck list, because I find it really interesting, because I understand Beckman. Zoro is great because you can rush into characters and you're safe at 7 tones, right? You are still in a good place. But we can see here he also plays Law. And this Law, first, he can be removed from opponent's effects, and secondly, it has a when attacking, it gives -2. So this guy is focusing also on minus things. Okay, with Trafalgar Law, interesting. Minus with Law, minus with Hongo. Yeah, so that's the decklist, guys. Let's go back here. Yeah, so this was Mexico. As you can see, that's the statistics. Let's go back. I'm now completely out. The reports here. Back to the tournaments, the whole tournaments, and that was the Sang regionals. I will not comment the Sinuas Cups because they are with 63 and 64 people, but they are worth mentioning. It's also a great tournament, by the way. And I will just open the last one. In the last one, we see Nami, we see the green purple Luffy, we can see the blue green Luffy, we can see a Tits, we can see a Boa, an Ace, a Rosinante, so there is some variety here, but it's okay. So back to the tournaments, and let's go to the regionals in Peoria, where we have on the first place a Lucy player who won the game. But let's talk about the statistics. On the previous Mexico tournament with a 25%, we had a 25% of Namis, right? Here in Peoria, in the top cut 32, we have a 31% of Namis. 31%. So when I scroll here, you will always see at least one Nami. It is totally crazy. And we have 19% NLs, 19% TCs, and 13% Rosinantes. Then we have also the other leaders. But as you can see, one of the other leaders, one of the underdogs, Lucy player, won the regionals. And here is his deck list. So you see it's also a typical deck list of a Lucy player, nothing out of the ordinary. What happened here is this player played great. That's how he won the whole tournament. On the second place, we can see a Nami. The list is almost identical with the previous one, the previous Nami, the Nami in Mexico who won the tournament. So nothing special here as well. So we have here the green blue Luffy who plays Jimby, which is interesting, and he has one copy of Brook. Brook is also the GOAT. He plays 3 times the recent event, 2 Lunas instead of 3, and 8 of the prisoners instead of 10 prisoners that Hervoye played. Then the first NL that we see here is on the 6th place, and he plays the Señor Pink. That's the only difference with the previous list that we saw. And let's check the first Marshall Ditits that we have here on the 7th place, who plays the Boa event, which is pretty interesting. And to search, this one has Lafitte, Mayera Begins, and also the States. So he can search pretty well with these characters. He doesn't play any Viper, but he made it to the 7th place without any Viper. What he plays instead is 3 times Wolf. And Jonas is like, I think almost everyone knows about Jonas. Great player, by the way. Thumbs up. He played Al Pizarro Avaro. So he played exactly this card. So Avalo Pizarro, and everyone instantly in Twitter or X, so how it's called nowadays, everyone there went and commented about this list. Wait, why Avalo Pizarro? Why this card in this list? But yes, guys, this great player played 2 Pizarros in his list, 3 Boas, 4 Borsalinos, 4 Wolves, the Blackbirds, and 3 times the big Marshall Ditits. As we can see here on the statistics on the right side, he plays 10 2Ks. So yeah, this is his deck list. If we go back here, we can see other Namis. Let's see the first Rosinante here. Who plays the Drake? This Rosinante plays Drake, so this is something particular. And 1 time the Ras Law, the Ras Sec Law. And then we can see also the surprise, the top 14th Calgara. So we can see Calgara here who made it to the top cut and almost top 8. So 14th placement here. And we can also see Opa, he's a red ace who made it also to the 19th place with this deck list. Let's see if we have something else that's crazy. No, nothing out of the ordinary. So this was also the big event in Peoria in Illinois, in the USA. Let's go back to the tournaments here, and we will select the last one. So no, we have 2 of them. Let's go to the Treasure Cup in Peoria. In the Treasure Cup, we have a 44% of NL players. So as you can see, Nami and NL, they are ruling this meta again. And we just have some runners like Tits, like Rosinante, and so on. But in this Treasure Cup, we don't have a single Rosinante. We have only NL, Nami, Tits, and some of the other decks here. So in the third place was a red ace. Yeah, you heard it here well. The third place belonged to a red ace, guys. And let's see the first list. So nothing special here. The only remark here is the 2 gravity blades. So we can see Nami players start playing Gravity Blade against some decks, also like Tits. And then we can see NL is like almost a copy-paste list. There's nothing special here. We have a Luffy and Ace deck list here. That's the first one that I see. We have a yellow NL, guys, at the 11th place. We have a Mihawk, which is crazy, and a Yamato. A Yamato made it also to the top 16 players. But this is a tournament, of course, with only 256 players. And last but not least, let's check also the Miyagi Season 1. Let's see what our friends in Japan, how they are doing. And here we have, for example, the top 8 players. We have a 38% of green-blue Luffy. So in Asia, the players there are some great green-blue Luffy players, and we can see it here. And what we see at these results, and with 470 players, is something which I would say that it's like almost unbelievable. No black yellow Titsis. Yeah, you heard well. There are no black yellow Titsis in this tournament. But let's go ahead and check the top 3 deck lists. So this is the Genius. I can't pronounce the Japanese name, but this is the deck list that he uses. The only difference here is that he also used the blocker NL, but other than that, we see like almost the same list everywhere. The second one is a Sakutan, and he uses also the unblockable event, which is interesting. We didn't see it in other deck lists. He plays the 5-cost blue Nami, and also this Boa, how's he called? Marigold. Also the Boa Marigold. So this is a deck list that's not, it's a little bit out of the ordinary. And let's check the last Nami, Sakioka, or Zakioka, I don't know how they pronounce it. Yeah, so this is also like a typical Nami list. We will say it one more time. Nami's now started playing also the Gravity Blade as a deck. And this sums up the tournaments, guys, the latest tournaments. You can go ahead and open the bustercall-tcg.com, or just click the link in the description below. Once you are here, you can explore our tools here, and you can find the tournament reports here. And once you are inside here, you will see the statistics in the whole world here, or you can just see the statistics in the Japanese tournaments, or only in Mexico tournaments, only in USA tournaments, in the world tournaments, the online, or like I said, in the whole world. You have it here with all. And these are the tournaments. You can just click any tournament that you like. You can see here like a thumbnail of the leader who won the tournament. And once you're inside, you can see also the pie and the percentage of each leader. You can check the deck list here. You can see it, and you can also open it to the deck builder and copy the deck list instantly. You can save it to your own account, and you can go to the Explore tools, to the simulator, for example. You can play, for example, against an AI. And here, if you have copied, for example, your teats, you can just select teats, and here is your teats. You can preview the list here and see if this is the correct list that you're using, and so on, and then play the game. Okay, guys, so this was it for today. I hope that you enjoyed the video as much as I did. Once more, subscribe to the channel. You help us a lot with a subscribe. Come and join our community in the Discord, and of course start using our tools and the simulator. Thank you all, guys. Peace. Bye.